Hey everybody, so I wanted to talk about COVID and social media and Bootsy spankings. So, as many of you fellow fans know, that Bootsy has a couple of different Twitter accounts that he uses. One of them has 1,700 followers, which is the Bootsy Spankings BI, and he does more of his eclectic music focus on here. And then you have the Bad Luck Bootsy, or really BL Bootsy, which has his main bread and butter. It's 18,000 followers. So he recently did a video on Johnny Cash's daughter, Cindy Cash, which he released on here, so he's clearly doing a lot of his music focus. One of the points of this video, do I think that Bootsy's going to start his own video game channel, and will he do that by himself, or will he work with somebody else? I don't think that he's going to, at least anytime soon, start his own video game channel, and I had somebody from Brazil, Bruno, mention to me that he didn't think that this was going to happen, and he sent me an email, and while I don't think the email is proof in the pudding enough, given the context, it was about shipping outside of the US. Basically, Bootsy doesn't ship outside the US for his music, he ships within the continental US. I still do think that Bruno's right, and I don't think Bootsy's going to start his own gaming channel, at least not anytime soon. So, given that he focuses on music, and primarily that's his focus on his Twitter, he does have some gaming stuff that's on here. So this is, kind of like a meme of divorced dad Mario. And he's got SNES Drunk following him. He's probably following him back. And he also did a Parodius video. It's I believe it was Parodius, and then he did arcade-related material that he did with the Attic Dwellers. And I want to go into that later because they kind of have him on retainer. They have an ongoing relationship with Bootsy, and the channel owners are very good friends with him, and they've been friends with him for years. So here's another image of Cindy Cash and the Nikon camera that Bootsy used for that interview, which was great. Check it out if you haven't. But going back to the Attic Dwellers, they've got a varied playlist that encompasses a perfect margin for that kind of material if they were to do gaming review stuff and gaming plays and all that kind of stuff. I haven't seen them do specific gaming plays other than more or less reviewing old video games. They do an assortment of reviews, anything from music, arcades, video games. They do a lot of board games. Eric really likes the board games. He seems to have a time machine doing 1970s Toys R Us, but they've got an eclectic mix of varied subjects, and you really can't get bored on here. I'm actually struggling to keep up with all of it. It's so great. But as you can see, they have had Bootsy on the show before, and this is as of 2016. They were trying Halloween candy. They had another one here where they went to a thrift store, and here you learn a little bit about Bootsy. He says he's a very politically active person. He really likes the campaign process.
This is my personal favorite. It might be my favorite section of this place is the political section. Not many people know this, but I'm very politically active guy, and so this kind of memorabilia, these slices of history are really fascinating to me. Political campaigns are what fascinate me the most, out of politics, like the actual strategies behind campaigns, and so I like this kind of memorabilia a lot.
See, you like politics, but I like medicine.
So he has a lot of interest, and I think games are just one of them, and he's, he doesn't really want to get tied down with just one thing. So that being said, I don't think he's going to start a game channel anytime soon. However, I do think that he would have an immediate following if he did. So if he were to generate some content with, say, the Attic Dwellers and put out a few gameplays and post them on his Twitter, I think they would get a ton of traction. Now, is that something that they want to do? That isn't really what they have on their channel all the time. But, maybe a playlist that they occasionally check in on, that'd be kind of cool. I think that is far more reality than actually having Bootsy start his own channel specifically for gameplays and invest time in that, especially by himself. I think he has too much stuff going on, and he's enjoying his music too much. So stay tuned. Subscribe, like, and share their channel. They're pushing 8,000 subs right now, so why don't we all help them out? And you'll probably get a goodie. Sometime post-COVID, you'll probably maybe see Bootsy. No guarantees, but maybe you will.
Stay tuned.